In this video, I'll be showing you guys what I packed in my hospital bag versus what I actually used, so stick around till the end. I'm Annabelle Carney, and on this channel I talk about all things pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, and share my family with you guys. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding that little bell down below so you don't miss a video. Expecting mamas often wonder about what to pack in their hospital bag for labor and birth. Whether you're a first-time mom or have experienced childbirth before, having a well-prepared hospital bag can make your stay more comfortable and stress-free. Now, I'm obviously not going to be giving birth anytime soon, but last year, many of you guys know that I gave birth to my baby girl and I was at a birthing center. If you haven't seen the video, go ahead and check it out right here. So I guess a better name for this bag would be a labor and birth bag instead of a hospital bag. But there may be some things missing from my bag as I was at a birthing center where I was discharged literally 5 hours after giving birth. So at a birth center, it's normal to be discharged between 4 and 6 hours after birth, whereas after an uncomplicated vaginal birth in a hospital, you would be staying anywhere from 24 to 48 hours after birth, and longer if there were complications or you birth via cesarean. So starting with my documents, your facility should already have everything on file as you've been doing your prenatal care there for the past few months. But just in case, I brought a copy of my ID, insurance card, and most importantly, my birth plan. And I just put them in a Ziploc baggie and stuck it on the side here for easy access. Then moving on to the essentials. So I brought my phone charger, a Bluetooth speaker because I knew that I was going to be listening to the birthing playlist that I made, some chapstick, some ice cold water in a tumbler with a straw, this is a must, and some extra hair ties. So I also brought some yummy snacks in my bag because I had planned on eating during labor, but before I went into labor I had made some yummy chocolate peanut butter energy bites and I had those in there. And I did bring some chia seed squeeze packets as well. And I also had a couple bottles of coconut water. Then for my personal care, I brought my toothbrush, some toothpaste, my hairbrush, all of my essential skin products. Then I also brought my own Perry bottle for that first pee, and trust me, my unmedicated babes will need this. I also brought some Dermaplast to soothe any soreness or pain down there afterwards. And also I didn't pack much makeup because I don't really wear too much makeup often, but I did bring my favorite tinted sunscreen and then my tinted concealer and my brow pencil because good brows are a must for photos. Okay, so moving on to clothing. So I brought a swimsuit top for myself and then I packed my husband's swimming trunks because I had planned on laboring in the birth. I had planned on laboring and birthing in the tub. Then for my going home outfit, I prioritized comfort and I wanted to get into something that was easy and hassle-free, so I brought a really comfy jumpsuit along with, this is my daughter's, that's not in there, along with a comfy nursing bra. Then I also packed something for my husband just in case he didn't pack his own bag. So I brought him some joggers and just a regular t-shirt. Oh, and also for underwear, I brought a couple of my own disposable underwears. Just like that, big adult diapers, but they're kind of cuter than the regular ones, you know. And then a overnight pad. But typically your hospital or birth center will provide you with some disposable underwear and a Perry bottle, so it's not necessarily a must-have. And lastly, some things that I brought for my precious little babe. They included a couple of newborn diapers, some wipes, a wooden sign along with a little cute gown and cap for photos. Do you remember this? Do you remember that? And then I also brought a onesie for the ride home, as well as a sound machine and pacifier. And lastly, some things that I brought to cope with labor. These included a heated blanket. So one with like the remote control and all. And some peppermint oil for nausea and some lavender oil. So now for the items that I actually used. So for sure a Bluetooth speaker. I used my hair ties that I brought, some chapstick, my water bottle, drink tons of water during labor, my skincare products for the next morning, my disposable underwear, the Dermaplast Peri bottle, let's see what else. And my jumpsuit, obviously, to go home in, and everything that I had packed for Kalea except for the pacifier. And it's funny because I literally forgot my shoes when I was leaving the house and getting into the car when I was in labor, because I just was not in that like mindset. And I'm pretty sure I walked into the birthing center barefoot, just in my husband's t-shirt. So I obviously left the place barefoot. Are you brushing your teeth? But I also thought that I would be eating a lot more during labor, but I really had no desire to eat, but I did drink my water for sure. Oh, and as for my swimsuit, I was already wearing a nursing bra underneath my shirt, or my husband's shirt, but I just got in the tub and shower without even thinking about it or changing. And as for my husband, he actually never used any of his clothes that I brought. The sewing trunks that I packed for him, he didn't use that because he never actually got in the tub, and just supported me on the side, which was great, and I never ended up giving birth in the tub anyways. And then as for his going home outfit, are you rubbing mango on me? He just ended up wearing what he was wearing the night before. Oh, no thank you. I'm okay. So now the big question is, when should you have your bags packed? So I think it's always a good idea to have your bags packed well in advance. So I'd say anywhere by like 37-ish weeks. And I kind of just think of it like a set it and forget it kind of thing. That way your partner can just grab the bags when you're ready to go, and you guys can just run out the door without rushing or thinking about what to get. And also, you may have to constantly remind your partner to pack their things beforehand, or just take it upon yourself to pack some essentials for him, like I did. But honestly, when I was looking online for hospital bag packing lists last year, I felt like it was like really excessive, and it was hard to find lists that were specific for birthing centers. So keep in mind that I was at a freestanding birthing center where I was discharged shortly after birth, and what you pack and how much you pack will depend on the setting that you're in. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful for all you expecting mamas out there, and just gives you an idea of what to pack and what could be useful. And this one would be especially useful if you are going to a birthing center yourself. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave them down in the comments below. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more helpful content. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best with your labor and birth. We'll see you next time. Say bye. Bye.